Now, one thing we all associate with the Wimbledon Championships, rightly or wrongly, is weather, because we are in London, England, and we can't always guarantee sunshine. So this, believe it or not, is the hub for the weather station here at Wimbledon. This is Steve Crampton who's joining me. He's the official forecaster, one of two people here for the championship. Steve, first of all, is it a bit of a daunting job when you enter Wimbledon each year?
It can be, yeah. Traditionally, sort of the English summer's characterised by sort of spells of unsettled weather, so it can be a little bit daunting at times, yeah.
These tennis championships are so dominated by the weather. We're so reliant on the weather, I suppose, to be able to get enough play. How important is it, or how much emphasis is there? How much is everyone just hoping, I guess, that there's going to be sunshine for 2 weeks?
Well, I think everyone's praying there's going to be sunshine for 2 weeks, but also it's tennis tournament on grass, played on grass, so it's very susceptible to any sort of rainfall as well as other sort of weather elements as well.
Okay, so far we're doing all right. We've had a pretty good day one. We're on day two. The sun is shining, and fingers crossed the forecast's not looking too bad for the rest of the week. But what's your daily routine when you come in terms of what you look at, the information you provide, and how regularly you have to keep the referee's office here up to date?
Okay, yeah, well, I provide a weather advice. Provide weather advice to the tournament referee and the ground staff here at Wimbledon. So I'm continuously monitoring the information. I'm looking at satellite imagery, radar imagery as well to see when and where it's likely to rain as well. So during the day I'll come in, analyse all the data and come up with a forecast for the day and update that data quite regularly throughout the course of the day.
Okay, and that data's taken from these two machines? Have a little look at this, Frank. Talk us through these.
Yeah, at the moment I'm looking at the radar and satellite data here, so it's showing quite a large area of clear skies with a little bit of build-up of cloud in the last couple of hours across southern England towards the Wimbledon area. Thicker cloud, even some outbreaks of rain across parts of Ireland.
Hang on, can I interrupt you here? So obviously we can see some quite thick cloud here. Is there a chance, how would you know, is that going to move across to cover Wimbledon by later in the afternoon? You know, or is that looking like it's going to stay put?
No, I think that will remain to the west as well. We've got a ridge of high pressure over England at Wales at the moment, so that should sort of prevent that cloud from coming across. I would look at other information on the computer which would tell me that as well. On this screen here, I'm looking at a radar which is situated over the Royal Free Hospital in central London, so that's given me local radar advice to see when and where it's currently raining.
Okay, now Andrew Jarrett, head referee here, how often would he come to you for advice on what the weather's going to do on a daily basis?
Oh, as and when. He will pop in when he requires any sort of weather information.
Now, we know we have seen a bit of rain at Wimbledon in the past few years. I think, was it 2010 was the last year we had a totally dry championships. What are the chances of getting that in 2013?
Well, it's pretty slim. For this week, there is the slight risk of seeing the odd shower and maybe seeing some rain later on Thursday into Friday as well. I think the chances of a completely dry fortnight are pretty slim at this point.
From your point of view, when we are in a rain delay and it looks like it stops, I'm sure a lot of the crowds out there think, come on, let's get play back on the way. But how important is it to really look ahead and see, you know, another shower might be just around the corner, and so there's no point in giving the clear call straight away?
Well, that's something you would have to consider when you're expressing that thing. Yeah, you would look at the frequency and the duration of any rain and showers.
Right, now we're in here. It's a very official setup. There's a couple of computers here. It's not too formal, but I hear that there's nothing like the old-fashioned just nip out the door and look out the window and see what the sky's doing.
Yeah, it's always good to get out and have a look at the sky. There's an observing post. We go onto the roof and get a good look at the sky. So that's a really good viewpoint up there.
So Steve, before we leave you, can we please have an official forecast for day 2 of the Wimbledon Championships?
Yeah, generally fine day. We'll see a build-up of cloud this afternoon, a very outside chance of a slight shower late afternoon, early evening. Pleasantly warm, maximum temperature 20 degrees Celsius today, and the winds light from the west to northwest.
Wonderful. Hear that? Very slight chance of a shower later on with a bit of cloud building up in the afternoon. I think I could have a new job. Anyway, see how you go.